Thanks, great Americans. Sons and daughters of Michigan, welcome this day. Especially welcome to the Vietnam veterans that are out here, those that are also family members of those veterans, those that are the grandsons, the granddaughters of that great generation. And they truly were a great generation. It wasn't just the World War II generation that we herald. That generation themselves answered their nation's call. I'd also like to welcome our students here from Big Rapids Middle School. Oh, good. There they are, right there. Hey, everybody, look at them. There they are. All right, a middle schooler doesn't like to be dimed out or whatever, but that's a great-looking bunch. And this is actually, these were hand-selected because this is our future right here. And these students are amazing, amazing young men and young women. And they need to see this. They need to see the sacrifice that has gone before them so that they themselves can be inspired to be truly great Americans out there. I only want to briefly say a couple things here. Number one, our nation's foreign policy, the two P's, I'm going to just say it, the two P's, policy and people, okay? Our nation has always gone to war based on their best faith effort to establish a good foreign policy, okay? World War I, we went in there, we went out to help out Europe. We did. We came back victorious. We had a whole generation of heroes there. We decided not to do too much around the world, containment, or isolationism, I guess is what you call that, right before World War II. Not a good policy, all right? That eventually found ourselves in World War II, all right? We took up arms, we were total war as a nation, and we went over there and we kicked booty, we kicked some butt, and we came back to ticker tape parades and to truly the greatest generation. Harold Olin's part of that. Talking to him beforehand, are you kidding me? He was a personal bodyguard to General MacArthur. So, sir, we salute you this day. Thank you as being part of the greatest generation. The Cold War, and here I don't know if this was good handing me the mic. I'm a historian here. The Cold War brought a lot of different policy that came out. One of them was to contain communism in Southeast Asia. It was a place called Vietnam that nobody heard about. And for 30 years, right after the war, all the way through pulling out, and then the eventual collapse of that government in 1975, we sent over millions of our sons and daughters to go and fight in a faraway land. Our policy started out very good. Our policy was not, we did not adjust very well later on, okay? And we suffered as a nation, we did. But you know what? Now it's time to talk about the people that answered the call to their nation, those that volunteered and those that were drafted. Both of them went over there and they served their nation honorably and with distinction. They did not come home to ticker tape parades, all right? Many of them, as soon as the plane landed in Travis Air Force Base, I talked to many, and I'm looking at some of you, you were told to get out of your uniform. Why? Because you were going to be spit on. You were going to be ridiculed, all right? You wanted to get out of that uniform, that American military uniform. Are you kidding me? As quickly as you could, okay? American public did not have the stomach for a war that was dragging on for almost 30 years. So things changed. And then we changed our policy. We pulled out. We kind of licked our wounds for a while. And then there was a man called Ronnie Reagan that came along, all right? And we build up, and it's like, we're not only going to take on the Cold War, our nemesis Russia, but we're going to defeat them, and sure enough, we did. From that point forward till now, all right, our men and women that walk through the airports, that wear the uniform around here, cannot go very far without getting a handshake and look in the eye and say, thank you for your service to your nation. Many of them go through the airport on their route downrange to Iraq and Afghanistan, and hopefully we'll get that policy right. But they go downrange, they never have to buy a meal in the terminal. Why? Because that person next to them or behind them say, can I pick up the tab? I've experienced that many times. You feel like a rock star. Our nation has evolved nicely, and regardless of the policy, you guys have learned to honor the person, the soldier, the sailor, the airman, the Marine, the Coast Guardman, and we do it very, very well. Young people, I see you guys say thank you to veterans all the time. I'm so proud of you guys. And one day, you guys will wear the cloth of America yourself, all right? And people will be coming up to you and thanking you for your service. Never, never will this nation, I hope, never experience the fact when our soldiers that came over from horrendous situations over in Southeast Asia, you guys, all right, never will you have to get out of your uniform again, all right, and kind of get in the background and kind of hide from everybody that's trying to devalue you, okay? Never shall we experience that again as a nation, I hope, all right? So, regardless of the policy, America has evolved nicely in honoring the person. So thank you very much this day. Thank you for everybody here that served Korean War. We've got some people from Alder Care that served in the Korean War, World War II, the greatest generation, cool, good stuff. And those that are currently serving, anybody currently serving now, anybody? Okay, well, whether you do or not, you support those that do, so therefore you are still giving to your nation. So there's different ways that you can serve your nation, all sorts of different ways, so, but serve.